Hey everybody, how you doing? We're back here for the final hour of trading. Welcome. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's Thursday, October the 27th, 2022. It's the last Thursday, October 27th, you're going to get this year.
The Intact Insurance app is your
the one and only October 27th, 2022. We're here for the final hour of trading, and the question is the Dow going to end up in the green? Will it falter and join NASDAQ, which has been in the red all day, and the S&P 500 more or less? Or are we just going to have a mixed bag here? What's going on? After the bell, we know for sure what's happening. Apple and Amazon, among many companies, are reporting their numbers. And both of those shares all day have been in the red. Apple is down 471 and Amazon down 481 a share. They're both lower and have remained so all day long. Now, doesn't mean that they're going to be in the red after the earnings come out. I mean, the earnings might be a surprise. There might be strength in some divisions of these companies that the street was not anticipating, or pleasantly surprised to find out. On the other hand, we might have a worse than thought scenario, or a pullback in business momentum, more than thought, unanticipated. I don't know. We're going to find out when we hear from these ladies and gentlemen. They're hardworking people out there, and they're all trying to make money, believe me. But the third quarter ended the end of September, and this is October 27. We're almost a month into the fourth quarter, and we are hearing and seeing evidence of a slowing economy now, and more of that seems to be coming out, which is going to make one think, well, even if these guys have an okay third quarter, there are companies in this fourth quarter right now that have got to be backing off, specifically the housing market. I mean, anyone and everyone involved in the housing market, from building, from raw materials to the builders to the financing side of the housing business, they got to be hurting big time right now. There's crickets going on. There's just crickets in the housing area. So that's got to slow down a good chunk of the economy. And then, of course, the manufacturing center, import-export sector, high interest rates, high currency prices, the U.S. dollar at very high levels. How can it not be bad news, economically speaking? But, the Dow's up 300 right now, just ignoring all this stuff. Let me just take a little peek here. Let me take a peek. Yeah. I just want to show you something. Yeah, that's interesting. So this is the Dow Jones for the last week. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Averages chart for the last week. You can see it started here, and now we're up here. Now, here is the last month for the Dow Jones. Look at that. Little false start back there, and then it kicked in, and look at it go here. Now, let's give you a little more perspective. Why don't we take a look at the last 3 months? It was up here. It got up there. It crapped out down to here, and now we're just here. We're not yet back up here, are we? No, we're not. It's going to be interesting to see. Here's the last 6 months. You kind of sense there's a downtrend going on from the top here to the bottom at the back. This is the last year complete, 365 days. Look at that trough. That is a downdraft on this one. Even with the gains now, we're still in the downdraft here. How's this going to go? Here's a 10-year chart, just to kind of take us back 10 years. I'm not sure if we have anything more than the 10-year chart. This is from 1992. Here we go, from 1992 to now. Look at that chart. Whew. Unbelievable. Anyway, it is what it is, and we're here, up 300 points today, and we're still below the high of the day. The high of the day today was higher than this. We were at 32,388 for the high. We're only up 32,140, so we're 248 points away from the high today. We were 240. We were 540 points up today. That's how high we were today. Right at and around the 10:30 mark this morning. That was the high of the day. We haven't been back there since. That's why I'm asking, is it possible that the market took a little shot again today. Too far, too soon. And are we going to now get a pullback? Or are we just going to level off here and call it a day? Or do we go back to break even or what? Because we're down 14 on S&P, down 157 on NASDAQ as I speak to you now. Amazon, 465 to the downside. Netflix is up 340 to 302. Tesla's up 50 cents at $225. Apple down 460. GameStop up 50 cents at $25.9192. That's where GameStop is. The high today on GameStop was $26.30, it looks like. So about 40 cents higher than this, roughly. $26.33 was the high. And that may have been just a little while ago, in the last 30, 40 minutes. But we're back here to $25.91. We're still around 2/3 of the way on the upper end of the scale today. The low, $25.20. That was this morning, just around 10 in the morning. $25.20. We're $25.91 on GameStop. SoFi 539, down 15 cents today. By the way, the volume on GameStop today, 1.8 million. That is dead quiet. SoFi volume right now, 20 million. That's quiet too. We're down to 539 on SoFi. HPQ 2720, down 28 cents. I know that there are a number of folks out there who have $25, $26, $27, $28 contracts. You're watching this stock slip again today. We topped out here at $28 yesterday, $28.02, and now we're at $27.20, so we've given up 80 cents. Rocket Lab is up to 478, up 9.5 cents. We have Moderna holding a gain here of 168. It's 143.68 for Moderna. We have ME down 7.5 cents. We've got Matterport down 3.5 cents. ATIP at 99.9 cents a share right now, right around that dollar level, down 3 cents. Smart Rent at 268, down 6.5. Spire, $1.33. We broke the 130 barrier, but the volume today, 233,000. Not a lot going on. This is the best level in a week, though, for this stock. Cyxtera down 4.5 cents. AMC and APE, combine those two together, we're down 5 cents on both of those now. $8.75 is where they're trading at. Not great. Bed Bath Beyond is up 7 cents. Pfizer is up, is actually down 17 cents to 45.90. It's had a good run. Boeing is up 5.94 at 139.67. Cisco up 20 cents to 44.58. Home Depot's up $2. Carvana down 39 cents. Robinhood up just 2 right now, falling back a bit. Vanik Semiconductors up down 159. IBM down 23 cents. Microsoft down 473 at 226.59. Goldman Sachs up 218. Google is down 247. Meta Platforms down 32.76. Oh my. It's 97.06 for Facebook, down $32 a share. Twitter up 59 cents. BlackBerry up 1.5. Royal Caribbean down 29. We've got Target up $1.10. JP Morgan up 51. Costco up 42. Walmart up 43. Nvidia up 3.33. Disney up 22. American Airlines up 3 cents. And that's it there. So there's a bit of a recap for you, what's going on with some of our mostly followed stocks here. Do not fear the upside as option writers. Keep your arms crossed and watch for depreciation to keep kicking in on your contracts. Time degradation will just eliminate their values dramatically. They'll eventually trade at book value if they have one, or they will not have any value upon expiry, and they'll just expire worthless. You are being paid to wait, and not a bad gig. Not a bad gig being paid to cross your arms and watch the market just not do a whole heck of a lot. Interesting stuff. 25.70 now on GameStop as we continue to back up from 26.33 only about maybe 40 minutes ago. So we're giving up here 60 some odd cents to the 25.71 level, and the low of the day, 25.20. We haven't had much of a range today, $1.10, $1.13. So giving up about half the gains. Anyway, there it is, kids. That is the deal. let's see what's going to happen here. Welcome one, welcome all. Thank you for those of you who are who've been kind enough and are always there for me, giving me thumbs ups on these shows. I appreciate this so much, guys. I hate to sound like a broken record and keep begging for thumbs ups, so it's just a refreshing thing to see that these thumbs ups come in every day from the usual suspects, which are the best of this channel. Thank you all for helping us out. 100 thumbs ups for the afternoon show is what we're always gunning for. And we're always hoping for 200 thumbs ups on the morning show. And you guys deliver every day. You deliver the goods. And I do appreciate that very, very much. Hopefully you guys are enjoying profits here as you continue to write more and more contracts, learn how to do rollovers, understand the significance of stink bids and stink offers. You learn the 90-10 rule. There's so much to learn in the options market, but at the end of the day, all it is really is, can you sell the contract for this price and buy it back for that price and keep the difference? The more the difference you keep, the bigger the profit you're going to get. And so it's as simple as that. I've got a class coming up, number 14, lesson number 14, that I'm going to add to this channel. It's in the next couple of weeks. Probably going to announce this maybe right after the weekend. Let you know about timing and the date, and we'll cover kind of some of what we're going to talk about. Looking forward to the next class to help you maximize your profits. A lot of you here, and this is quite common in the option business. I am not criticizing anybody here on this channel. This is what I'm about to tell you about options. What I'm going to tell you about right now about options. This happens to every option writer when you're new. This is part of the learning curve, I guess. What viewers of this channel figure out pretty quickly, once they try to learn how options work and the basics of the options market and the logistics of the options market, after a little while, they'll put their toe in the water and they'll try and write an option, and they'll use 100 shares of whatever they have. Some cases it would be GameStop, other cases it would be SoFi, or it would be HPQ. Didn't matter, and they would write one contract. And they would bring in a certain amount of cash for that contract. And now they're watching the computer screen, every second of every day to see how the stock is doing and how the option is doing against the stock. And the panic sets in. It's exciting, and it's a lot of anticipation. There's a lot of anxiety because now you've got your money on the table. You've made a wager. You've put your 100 shares on the table, saying you could buy these shares from me for the next amount of time that this contract has a lifespan of so many weeks or days. And you can buy these shares from my account at a set price if you choose to exercise your option. But you got to give me this money up front. And you have the money in your account, and you're sitting there going, okay, well, is the stock going to go higher than the price of this option contract, the strike price? Or is the stock going to stay underneath this strike price? And if it does, how quickly does this contract shrink into a much lower level? And when should I buy it back? And what we find here, 9 out of 10 times at the beginning, almost everyone that writes options for the very first time, they do a very conservative option write, and they find that within a few days or within a week or so, they realize the option has gone down in value. And they're sitting there going, this is great, because if it goes down in value, you sold it up here, it's now trading down here. You get to keep the change when you buy it back. And the question then becomes, when do I buy this contract back? What kind of profit should I take as a reasonable profit? And everyone has their theory. We all have our, general rule of thumb, or our preferred way to go. And there's no one actual answer, to be honest, because markets change every day in personality. Stock markets change. Stock markets get affected by outside forces. And there are times where you write a contract against the stock correctly, the right strike price, or the right expiry date for the right amount of money, and the stock does the opposite of what we're all expecting it to do because the market is doing the opposite of what we thought the market would do based on outside factors that are going on. And we realize, gee, sometimes it's out of our control. And you have to just sort of lean back. Kind of hard to do, but you lean back and you go, all right. The market is going not the way I want it. It's moving in the direction I want it to move, but not fast enough, or it's moving in the wrong direction just slightly. I gotta learn from Uncle Bruce here. I gotta fold my arms and just sit back and go, all right, don't let it get to me. That is not easily done. That is not easily done for option writers. It's not easily done for option buyers, for those who buy options and want to sell them for a profit. This is a very nervous scenario for newbies because option buyers, those who buy a contract for, say, $2 that only has 3 weeks left to live before it expires, these people are under the gun. Their stock better deliver a return in the right direction, usually higher, in a pretty short-term time frame. Otherwise, these folks are going to lose a majority of their dough, if not all of their dough. And they don't want to be in that position. Option writers are a little more relaxed. They kind of go, well, okay, I sold this call against my shares, a couple dollars higher than what we're trading at right now. That's great. And it's only a 3-week time frame. So I'm easygoing. And option writers know I can always buy it back and end this deal. Now, option owners, those who buy, they can always sell out and end the deal too. But the guy who buys a call for $2 and sells it for $1.50 locked in a loss and is down 50 cents a contract, $50 a contract. Now, if it's 10 contracts, they lost $500. Theoretically, though, they can turn around and buy another contract for another stock whenever they want, take another position, and hope that one will work out. But the writer, the option writer, has the clock as a weapon, as a secret weapon to make the thing work out, to make the investment pay off. Because if you write a contract that's out of the money for a premium, and the contract has a 3-week lifespan left to it, which is 5 trading days for 3 weeks, that's 15 trading days. That's all this contract has left in it. That's how option writers think in their minds. They go, I'm going to write this call, and it's got 15 days to live, and then it dies. And at the end of that 15th day, this contract either is worth money because it's an in-the-money contract, the stock went up, or it's an out-of-the-money contract because the stock didn't reach the strike price. Either way, I could make money on this deal, and this is where option writers almost always win. The trick of it is to when to buy it back. And this is what we're going to talk about in the next lesson. We're going to talk about timing and percentages and strategies and how to handle a win. This is something that Wall Street doesn't teach you anywhere. They don't teach you how to handle a win. They talk to you about tax losses. They talk to you about potential capital gains, but they talk to you about always buying and averaging down and averaging your portfolio, just keep adding to your account because they don't ever want you to sell. An option writer has to come up with the second half of the trade. The option buyer, somebody who buys a call for $2, they don't have to do anything. They can just wait and sell that contract on the last day, get what they get for it. And obviously, if they're lucky in a day or two of buying the call, the contract does go up to $5-6. They sell it there. They double 2.5 times their money and they're happy. But those contract owners who are sitting on $2 calls that are $1.50, $1.40, $1.30, they're bleeding to death. And they're asking themselves, when should I sell? If there's just a little recovery in the stock, it might go back to $1.60 and I'll only lose 40 cents. They're hoping to lose less. Option writers are the opposite. They're just going, this contract has no value. And as each day goes by, less time is left for the stock to deliver a return. And this contract is going to lose value as it piddles out to nothing. The question is, as an option writer, do I wait till the end or do I make my move prior to the end and buy back this call at pennies on the dollar and now write another one? And sometimes it's very difficult to make that leap. And people don't understand, or they have a tough time figuring out what price should I buy back at, what percentage, and how. We have a lot to talk about. How to win in this market, how to take a win and make it work for you, and then take on a new position. We got a lot to cover on these classes, which we will do going forward. We're going to bring you further along the road of being an option writer, from just the basics of how they work and why they go up and down, the basics about putting in a stink offer or a stink bid to buy them back, the basics of the 90-10 rule, poor man cover call strategies. We've covered a lot already, but now we have to cover more of the subtleties of option writing. And this is where we separate the ribbon winners, the ones who get these purple first place ribbons all the time, the top-notch profit makers in option writing, versus the also-rans. Because there are viewers on this show, this channel, all the time who tell me, I wrote a call, I wrote 10 of them, I wrote 5 of them, I wrote 15 of them, whatever the number is, and I got this much for it. And I bought them back for that much, and I made money. And making money there's nothing wrong with making money, ever. There's nothing ever wrong making money. The thing that can be wrong, however, is buying back too soon, paying too much, and not giving the contract the amount of time you should have given it to deliver the return that you had figured it could give you when you got into it. And we've got to go over all of these things. We've got a lot to get into. There's a lot of subtleties, which I'm going to talk about, a lot of which is psychological, and we will help you become more deadly and more efficient at being option writers and scoring profits. And at the end of the day, after 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, you will have done so many more trades in the option writing field over the next number of years that if I can help you be 15% more effective, or 10% better, or just a little more patient, or a little more observant of what's really going on, you may find that in the first 6 months you were writing calls, in the first year you were writing call options, you were making $300, $500, $1,000 quite easily on a certain number of contracts. And then after class number 14, class number 15, class number 16, you began to start really generating profits. It was the same trade, it was the same stock, same contracts, different execution at the end. And all of a sudden, the margins really grew out. And all of a sudden, it changed your life. Again, you've already had the big change. You're writing calls. The next big change is profiting handsomely on writing calls, and not being made to feel that you are not trading actively enough for this kind of thing. There's so many people out there who feel they have to trade almost every day, or they're just not in the option business. That is wrong. It's actually the opposite. The less you trade in the option writing business, the more successful you are. Believe it or not. You make more money the less you trade, because you're more patient and you allow contracts to really crap out, and you're in this luxury position. You have to let yourself get there. And that's the thing about it. With these movies we see all the time, Hollywood is really nasty to us. They don't mean to be nasty, because they only have a limited number of minutes to give us a story on film. And what they don't show us when you see these so-called overnight success stories, they try to tell you that, oh yeah, well, this character in the movie, this real life person made money in the markets, or did well with his furniture factory and all that. And they kind of gloss over it, that it was a 30-year project. It was 30 years from the beginning of the factory to when he became a multimillionaire. But the movie's 120 minutes long. It's 2 hours. 105 minutes, it's an hour and a half. They got to tell you in an hour and a half how successful this person was. And you're walking out of there going, wow, boy, did they get rich fast. No, they didn't. They didn't get rich fast. They got rich very slowly. Options are kind of the same way. You can get rich writing options, but you've got to let it happen. And this is something where you have to be You have got to buy into the entire program, quote unquote, the whole program. And when you do that, the option market will handsomely reward you, handsomely. And compared to all of your prior trades that you've ever done, and all of the maybe friends and coworkers and other people you've known over the years that have been in the markets from time to time, you may have heard from time to time where someone bought blah, blah, blah stock, held it for 10 years, and they made a lot of money on it. And then other stories you've heard where, I know a guy or I know a couple that they buy and sell all the time, and they're very active market traders. And every time I see them, they have a new stock they're telling me about. And they just don't seem to be able to get a new car. They're always driving the same 12-year-old Toyota Corolla. It's just falling apart, and they don't have the money to get a new car. Their house has got the 15-year-old furniture they had when they first moved in together, and they just don't go on holidays, and they don't really enjoy everything they make. They pour into the market and keep looking for the home run ball. They never seem to get it. Where you folks are here writing options, and within weeks of starting to write options, you're going, oh man, I'm making money. This is the third week in a row I'm making money. I've never made money 3 weeks in a row in the market. I get this all the time. I get people say to me, I've been writing options for 6 months, and I've been up every month on my account. My account is larger every month. That's never happened to me before. I've never done this before. I've been into a hot stock, and then I give it all back over 6 months, and I found another winner, and I was up a little bit, and I had a bunch of losers, and I got a winner. I got half my losses back, and then I lost half of those. I got another winner, and I was back to 2/3 of where I started from. And I've never had a consistent winning streak again and again and again. I am not used to this, and that's the truth. People say to me, I'm not used to winning. I'm just not used to this constant program where I write and buy back cheaper. This has never come my way before. And I say congratulations, because this is what hedge funds have to do, and pension funds have to do, and mutual funds. This is what they have to do. Index funds have to win all the time. They have to grow their values every month, every quarter, every year. If they don't, the management of these entities get replaced. And inside these entities, inside these management companies, there's turnover. The people that are contributing to the bottom line cause get promoted. Those who don't get canned and never get promoted, stay flat or leave. You have to become a winner. You have to become part of the group that is consistently winning money from this market. And the way to do it is to learn the subtleties of the market, to learn your opponent, to understand who you're up against, and what mentality you're fighting on, and just stick with the program and let it come and work for you. But be patient about it. That's the hardest thing. It is so hard. It is so difficult. Now, I got people sending me money here. Thank you. I haven't been asking for these, but I've been getting people this afternoon who are sending me classes. They're sending me class money for class number 14. I have not opened the door yet to open the class, but it's all right. If you would like to join me for class number 14, which I haven't announced yet, and I don't have the date set yet, it's likely going to be on a Saturday. Just to give you a heads up, it's probably going to be on a Saturday. I don't know which one. And you are convinced that you can be available on a Saturday for one of my classes. Yes, you can send me $150 on PayPal, US, and I will write your name down, and I'll make note that you've made a payment for a class. It would help if you sent me a private email and say, I just sent you $150 US. I want in on class 14. I don't care when you're going to have it. I don't care what it's called. I'm in to be in that live classroom setting with you guys. Then, okay, help me out. Let me know who this is. Sometimes I get donations on PayPal, and it's just your screen name, and I don't know who you really are. I try to just try to confirm things, and it helps if we have your email address, so we can then send you a private link to the class when we do the class. It's really important. Anyway, thank you for those of you who are already signing up for class 14, even though we haven't announced it yet. But we're going to make you smarter. We're going to make you way more prolific. We're going to make you more confident. We're going to make you in baby steps, just in plain English. We're going to get you to really get this business, understand this business, so that when you are an option writer, you write from a position of confidence. I don't want you writing contracts where you're going, oh, I hope this works. Oh, God, please let this work. That's not how you write options. You write options where you're going, oh, I sure hope they buy these. If they buy these off me, I just nailed a nice little profit here. You love trades. This is the thing about the business, where you sell contracts and you know, oh, I'm making money on these. Oh, man, am I going to make money on these? That's the kind of feeling you want to have. The kind of feeling where Friday afternoon upsets you. Why? Because you can't trade until Monday. And the feeling on Fridays that really drive you nuts is when there's a Monday holiday and we don't trade until Tuesday. Those are successful option writers. Those are the ones who go, man, I can't wait till we get going here. I can't stand these weekends. That's a successful option writer. Anyway, thank you all for being here and hanging out. Thank you for these thumbs ups, guys. Let's go. Splayer, hopefully all doing well today. I closed my GameStop call with a 35% plus gain, one $5 SoFi call for tomorrow, $14 losses, and two $5 calls from Tuesday with a total $10 gain. So Splayer is trying to make some dough here. I'm ready for the next week now. I'm ready. So Juan saying, I sold covered calls for GameStop December 16 strike 2750s. I got a premium of $435. At what price do you recommend we buy these back and we write again? You've got time. Time is on your side. We're at 25.78 right now on the stock. You've written 27.50s. You're out of the money, $1.80 or so. Very nice. And I'm expecting a major pullback in the stock market. Not on one stock, the market. We haven't had one now for about 3 weeks. We're going to get a bit of a correction here. We're going to get a bit of a pullback. They call it consolidation, and then they call it profit taking, and then they call it reallocations, reallocating of assets. What it means is people are dumping and running for the hills. Some are dumping and buying something else, and some are just dumping and parking and looking to buy back into something else because it's not working out. We call that consolidating and reallocating. What I'm looking for is when the markets go lower and your GameStop and the other shares that you're writing on will slump with the market, and your calls will slump with the market as each day goes by, and they lose. This 435 right here. This is a brilliant move. 27.50 strike price. And you're writing stock at 435. It has a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love this. A real fat premium on an out-of-the-money contract for not even 2 months' time, because this is the 27th of October now. And this contract is the 16th of December. What are we talking about, 7 weeks? Is this good or what? This is really good. This is 60 cents a week. This is about 12 cents a day of depreciation. That's what we're looking at. For 5 days a week, 12 cents a day, 70 cents a week times 5-6 weeks, 435. There it is. Beautiful. And that's just if the stock sticks around here. Now, the shares would like to go to 23.50 next Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. If that's what they're going to do for a couple of hours, this contract will be under $2. It'll be 160, 155. And Juan is going to be sitting there going, Bruce, help me, man, help me. I wrote this at 435 and I can buy it back for 33 cents on the dollar. What do you think? Class number 14 is for you. Definitely going to be for you. We're going to be talking about that. Don't worry. We'll be here. We'll talk about it. It's okay. You're going to make money. You're not making pennies. You're going to make dollars. That's the name of this game. On the other hand, let's just suppose the stock goes to $30 next Tuesday. I don't know why, but it does. You're in the money. Your calls are $250 in the money now. wait a minute, you already got 435 and they're only 250 in the money, and the stock went up 420 a share. Holy moly, are you a smart writer? They have to go 420 for you to only be 250 in the money. Your calls will still be trading at 450 a piece because the time is being eaten away, and now we're replacing time value with book value. One drops, one rises. It's theoretically possible the shares could go to 31 and your calls will go to 480 to $5. But you've got to be sitting there going, wait a minute, hold a second, just a second. I got 435 to sell these. They're trading at 485. They've gone up 50 cents. That's how much I've lost if I buy these back and never write an option again. I will lose 50 cents writing these contracts. But wait a second, I own the stock too, and it was sitting at $25.76 when Bruce was yapping about it. It's now $31. Stuff's gone up $5.50 a share, and I lost 50 cents on writing a contract. I'm not going to write contracts again. Are you kidding me? I'm going to buy that contract back. I'm going to write another contract. I'm going to write a 32 for 2 or 3 months out, and I'll probably get $5 for that contract. It's got a lot of time left on it. Take me out at 32, please, plus this $5 premium. That's a $37 sell. You can take me out anytime you want. We're trading at 25. I could be taking out 37. Hello. I love this deal. You want to become self-employed and get rid of your day job? Try and write 10 of these at a time. Get to the point where you can write 10 GameStops at a time, sell them for $4.35 and buy them for $2 each, and score a $2,350 net profit on 10 calls every 2 weeks or so. That's $4,700 every month coming in from 10 call options. And this isn't asking a lot. Not a bad way to make a living. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. Welcome, Constantine Uncle Bruce. I don't do anything today. I didn't do anything, nothing. I promise you, I wrote, I'm folding my arms. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to get sucked in again and buy these back. I'm not doing anything, buddy. Nice going. Sell my house fast over Marlboro. I am thumbs up 46, Bruce. You are going to get 100 thumbs ups for sure. All right. Thank you all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Splitter, I'm sure for now, waiting for the $27, $28 to write again, $27.50 or maybe a $27 or $20 contract in the money call for 20th January, but maybe I'll just wait till next week and I'll look from there what the market's telling me. It's okay, Splitter. You're doing too much thinking, but it's all right. You're new. You're brand new at this. You're taking the classes. You're learning exponentially quickly. It's going to be all right. You're going to be fine. All right. Else is going on? Lorraine, Bruce, I'm number 47. Thank you, Lorraine. JR, thanks for helping me with the questions about rolling here. I closed up my positions on the dip and now have some stinkers to roll for a credit. Here we go. George Sebastian, Bruce, I'm number 40 for you. Splair, I read it all wrong, but yeah, 50% probably on GameStop calls already. Well done work, and anything under that is at least a good job. Still beats a regular job, I guess. Right on. Let's see, DQ, I'm number 54. John Malone, I'm number 51. How about that? Meta, poor man covered calls. Good idea. Yeah, could be. If you can buy them, $20, $30 out of the money with that 90-10 rule and immediately write a contract for some nice premiums, I would do it. But don't be speculating that the stock's going to go up and then you're going to write, because now you're gambling and you don't want to be doing that. Thank you, Uncle Bree, says Aiden. Nice going. Thank you all. Arturo, 56 thumbs ups and counting. Beautiful. Okay, I switched it. I sold the Meta at 70. All right. Christina, sorry, I just left the hospital. I'm on heavy meds. I bought a Meta Leap. $50 strike expires January the 2nd, 2025, and it cost me $57.90. So she's got a $50 call that's expiring in 2025. Let's see, where are we at on this thing here? Way down here. $98 is the price of the stock. So this is a $48 book value call, and you're paid $58 for it. You paid too much. But I see what you're doing. You went out to 2025 instead of 2024. Mirko, Spur, I get that. Get more comfortable and then do what Uncle Bruce suggested. Always be in a position. Don't try to time the market. There you go. The art of being patient. There you are. Spur, and my order was filled near 25. Well, I had written it near 26 for a 27.50 strike. So I think I can write it better. And Constantine, Uncle Bruce is talking about me getting anxiety, anticipation. DH, Christina, I can't stop smiling about my January 2025 GameStop 10s for $16. Yes, indeed. The GameStop now $25.79. You got a $15.79 book value contract trading at, you bought them at 16. Nice going. Constantine, nice going. Christina Blair, yeah, I think I'm already near a good comfort zone at GameStop. From there, it'll be relaxed. GameStop just way more money. So I was the last time maybe way too nervous. There we go. Spire pumping above 130 to spare. Uncle Bruce, you made a class just about me, just for me, all about me. And before I forget, I just bought another 50 ATIP. It's not doing well today, so I have to help that poor little baby out. There you go. Squeaky wheel, Constantine, laughing out loud, says Christina. Sounds like a class with a lot of valuable information, Uncle Bruce. Yeah, we'll be putting you to work there. Splair, you made 35% on your call, and that is a win. I just want you to make even more next time. Go for 200 on your contract. Let's see. Constantine, Uncle Bruce, I definitely want this class. Exactly what I need. Thank you. Splair, Mirko, that's the plan on the next try. But for this, I won't write directly. I want some strength. I believe when, not tomorrow, then somewhere next week, a good in the money call should be possible. Patience is a virtue, says Karen. Right on. What else do we go on here? Uncle Bruce, count me in, says Wing Commander. So just sent you a donation to keep my seat warm. I'm in. I'm really stoked for this class, says Jim Stephen. I'm stoked for this class. Who else? What else? I'm looking forward to the new classes, Aurora. Looking forward to this. Let's see. DH Ruta, pre-enrollment for Uncle Bruce's classes. Soon we're going to have to apply for acceptance. AJ, need this class. Sold puts, $24 GameStop, expiring 10/28. Would buy the stock, but doesn't look like it's going there. Usually you let them expire. Is this right, or should I be closing out earlier? Well, you sold $24 puts. The stock's at $25.84. You're not going to get exercised, so you keep the premium. The way this is going, and maybe write another one next week if you want to. Anyway, let's see what's going on. What else is going on? Lame Duck, I am thumbs up 98, Bruce. Coyote beats my December 16, 27.5, averages 415, but I will wipe my tears with the money. There you go. There you are, right there. What else have we got here? People talking to each other about poor mind cover call writing. Bobby, January for me at 27.50 GameStop, got 520 for it. Stink buyback at 279. Tick tock, come to me, baby. Come to me. Lovely. What do we got here? Here we go. Lame Duck. I rolled over my Tesla from 212.50 to 217.50 for next Friday for $22 more. There you go. All right. Let's see what else we got here. And Hector Salamanca, Uncle Bruce, I have options expiring December 2 on stocks, GameStop, or Roblox. I did nothing today. I offer you nothing. There you go. There's the Godfather right there. Uncle Bruce's monologue was directed towards me, says Deuce Caboose. I'm the guy that bought SPACs 12 months ago in large quantities, and I didn't write. Don't be me. Don't be me. Karim, I wrote a Meta call this morning for 90, bought it back just now for 16. Giddy up. Deuce Caboose, I am thumbs up number 112. Giddy up. Nice going. Uncle Bruce, I can do 65 covered calls, says Oscar. What expiry date and strike will be a good one? What stock are you talking about? What option are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay, I'm talking about GameStop. Okay, that helps. I can do 65 covered calls on GameStop. Okay. You should have a class just explaining the terminology. Oscar, I'm not sure what to tell you. WD, hi Bruce, I have enough for a 10 strike GameStop 2025, but hold off, right? What do you think? If you are going to buy that contract in the 90-10 rule area, and you can write immediately 26 or a 26.5 or a quarter, $27 contract for a nice little hit here, I do it right away. get going. Amy Alberto, that's my plan. If I can ever get the stock, I'll keep trying. Oscar, you want to write calls on GameStop. What should you do? You ask. Well, you could look at 26, 25, $27 contracts for December or January. Little out of the money. It should be a nice premium for you. Grab it now and sit on that cash. And if the shares want to give up a little bit of ground next week, fine. You might score, a third to 2/3 of your money on that trade. Up to you. We'll have to play it by ear, but it's up to you how you want to play this. I don't know your situation because I'm not you. I don't know if this is money you need to live on. Do you need income to pay bills by next week or the week after? Can you write for a longer time frame? Are you only interested in writing for a week or two out, no longer than that? There's a lot of stuff here, and I don't have the info, so I can't get into it with you. It's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. All right, let's go. JR says, you've got a good thing going with this option writing business, Uncle Bruce. My account is up 37,000. Even after about 15,000 in mistakes, the patience thing is the hardest. This is the thing about option writing. You can make mistakes and still make money. Yeah. And a mistake is really just probably a rollover. And a mistake is not like your fault. It's the market doing what it's doing. You're just reacting to the market and you're just going with it. But being comfortable being patient is the way to go. I just sold a $100 November 18 Meta option for $460. Nice going. That's good premium right there. Meta, $98 stock, just wrote a 100 for $460. There you are. BW, hey, Uncle Bruce, number 39. One of my buddies, a lurker, reminded me, if you want to buy shares, why not sell a put at strike that pays you good premium credit to get the shares you want anyhow? I like it. Well, of course, if you are writing a cash secured put at a price that gives you a nice little discount to current market, and you happen to get exercised, you take it, go with it. Yeah, sure. If the stock goes up on you, you don't care. That premium will go to zero. You keep the premium. You get paid to do nothing, or you buy the stock at the price you like. Yes. JR, my mistakes were in not waiting for the time value to decrease and closing out too soon. There you go. DQ, friends don't let friends write naked puts. There you go. All kinds of good words of advice. We have 13 minutes to go in our session here. And the Dow Jones right now is still ahead 245 points. And we've been slumping like 300 from the high, but we're not really dropping off here. It doesn't look to me at the moment that's happening. We got the S&P off 16 points and the NASDAQ down 158. So that's where we're at there. Oil up 90 cents a barrel at 88.81. There you go. Okay, well, 25.87 is GameStop, up 45 cents on the session. Not much happening there. Okay. Always do cash secured put, says DQ. BW, yes, cash secured put, play both ways. DQ, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs and naked put writers get slaughtered. Splitter, honestly, even when your plan is a deadline of 1 to 2 weeks for every call, it can be useful to write one with 2 to 3 months time and buy it back still after 1 to 2 weeks. The time is just helpful. That's correct. That is correct. John Gill, Uncle Bruce, thoughts on Apple moves after the close? We're down 441. Amazon down 458. We've been down all day. Don't know. The market is treading water here, and not a lot of excitement going on until they talk. So I have no thoughts. I have no idea. I'm just going to see what happens. Whatever it does, it does. Yep, that's it. We'll have to react to it once we know what they've done. That's all she wrote. Splair makes a good point here. Splair TV. If you write a call with 2 months to go and get $5 for it, and then the stock backs off a little bit and you buy it back for $3, you scored a $2 gain on a partial pullback on stock. You can turn right around and write a new call at a lower strike price for the same timing or further out in time, bring in $5 again, perhaps. And if it goes to 3, you buy it back. You can do that. There are scenarios where you can write a call for $6 and the stock goes up in the next week. The calls have 3 months to go. The stock goes up on you and the calls go from $6 to $8. So you buy them back and you write new calls that are $7, $8, $9. Let's say you just get the same amount of money for them, but you get a higher strike or further out, but probably a higher strike. You write the next batch for $8. And the stock does back off where it was originally when you wrote the first batch of calls. Those $8 calls are now $6, maybe $5. You buy them back. You write $6 calls, good for the same amount of time, closer into the market. And here we go. You're always writing. You're constantly going with the market. You know that of the $6 that you brought in, a lot of that is time premium. There might be $3 of book value, $4 of book value, but there's $2 or $3 of time value. That is yours to enjoy if you have to wait out the entire run of the contract. But you don't. You don't have to do that. After a week or so, there's movement in the market that might give you a $1 or $2 gain on this position, allowing you to roll into a lower strike. And you might do it a second time and a third time. And over like 6 weeks, you've gone from like GameStop $28 calls to 27s to 26s to 25s. And you've brought in $2, $2. You brought in $8. The stock's only dropped like $4. That's making more money than the stock would have made you on a straight short. And there's no risk on that like there is on a short, because shorting is unlimited risk. Again, though, you got to be into it. You got to ask yourself, are you a full-time option writer? And if so, what kind of option writer are you going to be? Class 14 is coming. Should be fun. John Gill, okay, BW. I think Google and Microsoft spooked the market, so very pensive on Amazon and Apple right now. Sell my house fast and upper. Marlboro Spire is up a dime. That's almost 10% for this thing. True. That is true. Spire right now is trading at 131, up 8. The high today, 135.5. Very, very good day today. 273,000 traded. Moderna's up 205. Rocket Lab is up 9.5 cents. GameStop up 45. Tesla up 46 cents. Not very many greens, though. Boeing is up 6.20. Cisco up 9. Home Depot up $1.15. Robinhood up 7. Goldman Sachs up $1.30. Twitter up 44 cents. BlackBerry is up 2 cents. Yeah, not too exciting, is it? So it's a tentative market, isn't it? Yes, it is. Got to make you wonder, when does it turn? We're still up 207 on the Dow with 7 minutes to go, but we are losing ground in the last half hour here. We are beginning to lose more real estate on the Dow. We're down 21 on S&P. We're down 171 on NASDAQ. Second day in a row that this is happening. And the Dow yesterday had a 2-point gain. Gave it all back. What's happening here? We're up 210 right now with 7 minutes to go. How is this going to play out? All right. All righty. Alberto says here, asks, Uncle, does it make sense to get assigned on all stocks just so we are leveraged to write in the money? Better premiums quicker? Be nice. I'm still the idiot nephew. Well, my friend, instead of averaging down, he's added here. It depends on the circumstances, really. Pardon me. I really think you guys have to learn to keep things simple. A lot of you have less than a full year of experience writing options, a year and a quarter maybe. You're all newbies at it. You're still learning to perfect it, and it's going to take a while yet to get full perfection on this. But this is completely normal. It's okay. But I really think your best bet is if you do write a call that is in the money and you're looking for a depreciation on that call, you get a little bit of time depreciation, but you don't get book value because the stock just refuses to drop. Then you do a rollover. And whether there's a week to go on the contract, a couple of days, a couple of weeks. If you can buy the call back at essentially book value and write the next one at essentially time value, those are brilliant moves. Those are the moves that make you money. You've got to sell something. You got to sell something to somebody else for more money than it's worth. That's the end game in this business. So if you can buy back a call that's $2 in the money and you can buy it for $2.25, and you can turn around and now sell a call contract that has maybe 2 months to go on it, and you can get $3 for it, $1 book value and $2 time premium on it, that is making money. That's where you can make money, because the stock has to go up $2 for you to break even on the whole thing. Making a mistake, it goes up $2, you still only break even on the option. You made money on your paper, obviously. The stock stays where it is going forward. The contract will lose $2. It'll only be worth $1 because that's the book value. You'll happily buy it back for $1 and keep the other $2. Thank you very much. May I have another? Let's keep it going. On the one hand, Alberto, you don't have to be afraid of being exercised. You don't have to be terrified by it. Sometimes stocks take a run that are unexpected and you get exercised. That's just the way it is. Now, for those of you out there who have tax issues, you're going to have a big capital gain. You got to keep in mind the big picture about your capital gains. You got to ask yourself, hey, wait a minute, hold it. I made $100,000 profit on a stock that I bought years and years and years ago, and I got taken out, and I got $100,000 capital gain. What is your tax rate really? Is it 15%? What's your capital gains tax? Is there an exemption for so much for you and your wife? Can you write off most of it, hold off, shelter it out? Don't be afraid of a capital gains tax. If you do have a scenario like this, all you're going to do is buy the shares back and write new calls and just keep going. That's the plan. Worry not about that. Okay. Hope this works. Alberto, I thought I saw something come through here. Yeah, you did it. Thank you, my friend. First of all, I got to double check something here. We got a donation from I think from Jane. Thank you, Jane, for this donation. I know what this is for. Thank you to Anton. Thank you, buddy. I know what that's for. And then thank you to Alberto. Thank you. You are now my tax guy as well. Thanks a lot. All right. Thank you for the donation, though. I appreciate that. You've already made a donation to the class. I'm aware of that. Oh, man. Duncan, cross arms for me buying up dips, waiting like a sniper. There it is. That's it. I'm not afraid. I like being exercised. There you go. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Oscar says. Cindy B, 40% short-term capital gain tax is the deal against capital losses, though. Remember, you also have losses. You can write one on the other. Mirko, paying taxes is not bad because it means you made money. That is a good thing always. Bobby, 50% in Canada, according to Google. Yuck. Beach Boy, okay, I'm here quite to quiet Alberto. You can begin now. Keep in mind, in Canada, I think the capital gains tax, you only pay tax on half your capital gains. So if you make $100,000 gain in Canada, you have to declare a $100,000 capital gain. But on the tax form, you divide that in two, and it's now a $50,000 taxable gain. And if you're in a 30% tax bracket, you're going to pay 15 grand on 50,000. So you made 100 grand and you paid 15,000 in tax. That's a net 15% tax rate on a capital gain in Canada. There are billionaires in this country who do this all the time, don't mind. They don't mind paying 15%. They're scoring some serious dough here. So, okay. All right, let's keep going. Alberto, you are my favorite uncle. Yep, my blood uncles never taught me anything, just how to wine and dine the ladies. That's all they ever told me. Tiff, Alberto, I'm selling one in the money HOQ call every week for 2 months now. It's a bit of an experiment. Never got exercise so far. Time premiums are bad, but if it drops, you make way more. Okay, DQ, Alberto, that's a skill as well. What else we got here? What else do we got here? Oh, so Zeta State. I'm 126, Bruce, on your thing. Deuce Caboose, Bruce, Uncle Bruce. I'm drinking a beer doing taxes right now. It makes it manageable. Larry Titus has rung the bells. Thank you, Larry. We are done for the day with a Dow gain of only 178. The Dow seems to have lost some ground here, although I see it now at 212. We'll see if what that number actually is. Splair. In Germany, I think on capital gains, it's 25% instead of 30% like on stock, but it's a topic for my tax advisor that I hire next year for all of this. And for me, actually, it's way too much. I just let them do it. Exactly. Them's the bell, says Coyote. That's right. Thanks, Larry from Splair. Larry, thank you. But 25.92 on GameStop is what I think we're closing at here, up 49. The Dow is up 198 to close out the day. Coyote, 38,000 volume buys came in on GameStop right at the buzzer. 25.92 last trade, up 50 cents. The Amazon is down 470. The Apple down 455. We're waiting now for their reports. They will let us know how they're doing. We'll find out soon what the street thinks of their numbers for both Apple and Amazon. So there you go. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Boom. On Apple right now, we're at 145 on the mark at the moment. And on Amazon after hours right now, 105.14 down 582 is what I'm showing at the moment. Duncan Simpletons, Alberto, Larry, thanks for shutting my brain down for a little while here. Phew, just in time, Larry says, JR. DQ Smirnoff says, in Russia, the bells ring you. Bobby, holy moly, I was just shrugging and thinking, oh, well, I'll just make 200 grand for my 100,000. AJ, thanks for all the good advice today. Hope you all have a great evening. Thanks, AJ. JR, futures are dumping right now. Splair, cheers all 2 market days until earnings and not for me, for my tax advisor that I have now. She only looks if everything should be correctly filled for 200 euros, and that's it. That's not good enough. Alberto, Bonnie, Splair, and 100 if I had to spend for Taxman. And what's that block bit for the coin? So I don't know what that means. We're at 144.50 on Apple, down 30 cents. We've got Amazon at $90.52, down $20 right now. Amazon down $20 right now in the aftermarket. I don't know what we got and how we got it, where we got it, but that's what I see. And looking to see if there's any news. I don't see anything yet on any of these. Let me know if you see anything, folks. Let's go right over to there. Hang on. Where am I at now? There we go. I'll head over there. Okay. Still waiting on news on Amazon at $90 right now. AMZN Amazon trading at $89.01 right now, down 19%, $21.96 lower on Amazon. That's what I'm showing here at the moment. 3.5 million volume. I don't have any announcement that I'm aware of. If anyone sees anything, let me know. Tiff, sorry if my English is terrible today. Maybe a beer will help. Yeah, here we go. Okay, Amazon 89.87. Apple 142.77, down 178. Waiting for the two to release their results right after the bell. I don't know who's first. I'm not sure what order. I don't know if this is Amazon pure speculation or real trading. I don't know. It's a lot of volume. 91.12 on Amazon right now. 142.25. Apple down 286 in the aftermarket. Apple dropped 455 today. Amazon had dropped 470 today. And Amazon is now down 1984 more. Make that 2042 further. And Apple, which was down 455, is down 278 right now. All right. Amazon 90 down 20, says DQ. There you are. Anyway. what is going on is what we would love to know. What do we got with this market? Apple 143 down 206, Amazon 90.60 down $20.26. Amazon earnings are out apparently. That is the story. The numbers are out on Amazon. 92.44 last trade. And Amazon, the forward guidance is why it is falling. Disappointing forward guidance, says Sean and Wendy. God is amazing. Christina, if Nick shorted Amazon, he could make his 100,000. Bobby, I'm very good. I was planning on writing enough to make 100,000 a year. I thought I had to make 200,000 to get 50 cents to the tax man. Retirement plan getting changed again. There you go. You don't have to make 200,000 to clear 100. How about that? 91.62 down 19.34 at the moment. Apple 143.17 down $1.43. That's what I have at this moment in time. I'm showing Amazon volume of 5.4 million shares at the moment. Let's take a look. Netflix down 74 in the aftermarket. Tesla is down 176 in the aftermarket. GameStop is up 2 pennies in the aftermarket. Take a look at some of our other favorites here. Cisco is up 6 in the aftermarket. IBM is down 44 to 134.40. And Microsoft down 95 to 225 today. It was down 450 during the day. Google is 92.10, down 50 cents in the aftermarket. Meta is at 97.12, down 83 more cents. So we got some hits coming through here. Amazon 91.97, and Apple at 142.44 at the moment. That's what we've got here. At breaking headline, Amazon sinks on weak fourth quarter guidance. That's what I've been waiting for certain stocks. I've been waiting for this kind of news. How will the markets react when this is the norm? We can't go higher in the markets when this is coming out. This is not going to fly. But when does the market react negatively? It hasn't lately, so we'll see. The Dow was up today, but not by a ton, obviously. Okay. Amazon earnings per share 28 versus 20 forecast, but revenues missed. Revenue guidance, says Sean and Wendy. Let's see. Mirko, Alberto, I thought Bobby's Canadian. Bobby, he is. Coyote, Such a shocking surprise, Alberto. I believe so. Yes, indeed. Man, my brain still works. That's nice to know, says Mirko. Nice going. We're at 91.87 on Amazon, down 19.09. And we've got Apple at 142.50, down 230 a share. That's what we have right at the moment here. Amazon stock down over 18% on weak holiday revenue forecast. That's a headline just coming across. Weak holiday revenue forecast is not looking good at the moment. We should also be getting news on Intel at any time. Intel also coming out, I think, after the bell. They're going to talk to us. Let's see. Intel Corp. 26.91 up 64 at the moment in its after hours trading. Micron down 32 cents in its after hours. Apple 141.61 down 311. Amazon 91.70 down 19.26. That's what we're showing now on this market, everybody. Okay. Let's see. Everyone enjoying everyone else's company. Thank you all for being here. Guys, thank you. Those of you who are sending me class money, we'll add you to the list of early signups for the classes. Class number 14. Not too far away. I'll keep you posted on that shortly. Thank you all for hanging out with us today. Thank you for these thumbs ups. 132 thumbs ups on this show. Thank you, everybody. We love getting through that 100 level and beyond. That is beautiful. Nice going. Okay. And we're at 90.41 on Amazon, down 20.55. You remember this split 20-1. So this stock is around $1,800 a share now. That's down from the 3,000s. Isn't that something? How far it has come down. The 52-week high, 188. That's 3,700 for the high. We're now at 1,800. So stock sinks 16% on weak fourth quarter guidance is the headline on Amazon. Apple 142.30 down 252 a share at the moment. So that should be coming out shortly as well. We'll follow that. All right, folks, I have to go. I got to leave you right now. Jen has to get some testing done today, medical stuff, and I've got to get her there and back. So we're going to get going and get Jen looked after. Keep an eye on your Apple shares overnight, later this afternoon, see what the reports are. You already know about Amazon. You know about that. We'll be here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is Friday, option expiry day, Friday tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you first thing in the morning. Let's see how this market reacts and works. And we'll take it from there. In the meantime, be healthy, stay well, don't get sick on me, and thank you for all your endless support. Jen appreciates it too. All right, thank you. And let's see. We got negative markets going right now. Intel guides for fourth quarter earnings per share of 20 on revenue of 14 to 15 billion versus an analyst consensus of 68 a share on 16 billion. Intel's guidance is much lower than the street, so that could be bad. Best to Jen, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, DQ. Night, Uncle Bruce, and all says Bobby. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good luck with the testing there. You betcha, guys. Want to get that done and get her booked into a clinic. All righty, folks. 142.60 on Apple. Amazon 90.53 right here, waiting for Apple to release their numbers. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a good one. And thank you. You guys take care. My two favorite Canadian nomads. Thanks, Alex. Thank you. John Anderson, thanks, buddy. Check the Discord, Birdie, says Mirko. And we'll have more fun in games tomorrow, says Bartman. Exactly. Best of luck to AJ. Be well, Jen. Looking forward to the next class. Alberto, I do love this channel while members only is activated. Good night, Bagel Familia. BW crushed. Thanks, Uncle B. All right, 141.95 on Apple, down 285 at the moment. Just waiting to see if Apple is speaking here. I don't have anything yet that I'm aware of. Amazon is at 90.07 at the moment. That's where it's at. So it definitely took a tumble for sure. Apple 142 last trade, 141.97. Waiting for the announcement to come out from Apple. Have not yet got it. 141.97 last indication, 142, just down a couple of bucks, 280 or so. Okay. All right, everybody. We'll catch you first thing tomorrow, and have a great night. Thank you, guys. Shrinkage, says DQ. Shrinkage, dude. See you tomorrow. Neat from DQ. Thanks, Uncle B. Thank you, Sean and Wendy. Alex, neat. Mirko, I'll write you there. Mirko, just updating. Alberto, shrinkage, lovely. Let's go. All right. We'll see you later, everybody. Bye for now.